Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome back to another episode of Great Morning. I'm your host, Christian Murmer, Merm Dog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And in the middle of my computer screen, we have our in-studio comedian, Hope Has Kid and Shubsway Chuck. How you doing today, bro?
Oh, what's good?
Fucking
It's a good
putting my
morning.
sunglasses
It's a
on.
great morning for real.
It is?
Yeah, man. Got a Peloton and got the first Peloton ride in. And if any of y'all got a Peloton, we started the hashtag Great Morning. So go
Hell
ahead and
yeah.
follow. Let's go ahead and follow that hashtag.
What did you just get it?
Yeah,
What made you want to get that?
I'm
Birthday or
fat.
something? I'm fucking fat. Motherfucker, I'm fat. That's why I wanted to get
Okay, goddamn shit.
Okay, I was just wondering, some people I feel like get that. You know what's funny is people were making fun of I don't think they do it anymore, but like one of the first like commercials for Peloton, like it showed a
Yeah.
guy getting it as like his wife's birthday gift. And like they made it out to be like, a nice commercial. She's like, "Oh, yes, a Peloton." Then, it shows like a montage of her using it and stuff. But like people were making fun of it because it's like I bet a lot of wives would be really upset if for their birthday they received a Peloton. Like, what are you trying to say? I'm fucking fat or something?
No, I think nowadays, man, this generation is more health conscious. So if you buy somebody a fucking treadmill, I mean, yeah, I guess you're like, get your fat ass on it. But it's kind of like, thanks. Like I don't think
I mean,
it's
they're
a bad
nice.
gift.
It is a nice, like it's better, yeah, like you said, health conscious, but not everyone's like crazy into working out. Like they'll go for walks or runs around town, maybe lift some weights they got at the house, but not like going to the gym. I feel like if you go to the gym a lot and someone got you a Peloton, you'd be a little more happy.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
you
it
don't
is
go to
a
the
nice,
gym at all and someone get you a Peloton,
yeah,
damn,
it's like, damn.
yeah, you gotta know, like, if you're gonna waste your fucking money,
They're
if
expensive, right?
if I don't even know your ass to walk to the mailbox, I'm not getting you a fucking Peloton.
It's expensive, right?
Yeah, I mean, for regular people.
For regular people. We're not regular
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, for regular people, I'm regular.
We're the wealthy elite of the podcasting world. So we can just buy Pelotons like left and right.
Yeah, don't expect no free Pelotons, y'all.
Yeah.
We're not doing no fucking giveaways. But I will tell you, follow the fucking hashtag Great Morning. You'll see me in there. I'm the only motherfucker in there. There's no
Hell yeah.
Great Morning podcast. I mean, there's no Great Morning hashtag. So now I created one this morning.
Hell yeah.
Follow
Love to hear it. Follow.
Yeah, and let's challenge each other and help me not be so fucking fat. And if you're fat, I'll help you not be so fucking fat because we're gonna follow each other and
Love to hear it. I kind of wanted a Peloton, but I really want, you know what I want? I want that thing. Oh, fuck, I can't think of the name of it. Maybe you know the name of it, but it's another like home workout thing, but it's almost like a mirror. And it's a lot of money. Like you put it on the
LeBron
wall.
James thing.
Yeah, the LeBron James one. What is that called? Can you look that up? You're the computer man today because I'm recording from my phone.
Yeah.
By the way, listeners, I'm on my phone right now because I'm on a vacation, a little mini vacation with the family. There's 10 of us in Lake George. So that's why I probably sound a lot different. And probably why this episode is going to be a little quicker. We're kind of taking a break as we're working on the special here for you guys, but Chuck and I are here to give you something for that special Wednesday. But anyway, Chuck, were you able to in that time, as I described myself doing a vacation, can you tell us what that LeBron James workout thing is?
It's called the fucking tonal.
Yes.
Yeah. You can get it for $84 a month or $4,000.
It's 4,000?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a tonal, so it's basically Just go ahead and get you some resistance bands.
I think it was more than that. Like it looked like it did. I follow I don't want to put him out there just in case he doesn't want to be put out there, but he's not like a real big influencer guy, so I trust him. He's like I know him personally, and he got it. And this dude was like heavier. Like he was a heavier dude. Like not like I wouldn't say obese, not fat. But he had the beer gut going, he's living that dad life, like eating, the kid doesn't eat all of his sandwich, so he fucking eats the sandwich. He's not eating, and he wasn't eating the greatest. He had that dad bod going, and he got it. He started using it, and he's fucking. Not only is he in shape, there's one thing to be in shape. The dude's fucking ripped. Like he's ripped. What? He's got the six pack. His muscles are fucking gleaming like a Greek god. He looks fucking good.
He got no kids. Damn, dude. He ain't got no fucking kids. Let me tell you something.
He's got 2 sons.
2 old ass kids then.
No, he's young. He's younger. He's old. He's a little older than me. He's like 31.
Look, man, it's impossible when you got kids that's chicken nugget age.
That's what I thought.
Chicken nugget age is hard as fuck. I had a 6-pack literally a year ago, and now that shit is gone. It's over. It's over. It's kids that are chicken nugget. It's called chicken nuggets. When that's you know what? Chicken nuggets, you can eat it every day. There's a stage in our lives when we eat chicken nuggets every day.
Yes, we can. But I'm telling you, he's fucking ripped. Ripped. I've seen this guy. He's been taking pictures on Instagram. Like, God damn, bro. Fucking got it.
Guy? Let's get him on the podcast.
We'll get him on. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna talk about. He's gonna talk about that, and then he's gonna be like, I have nothing else to talk about. And we'll be like, all right, we'll just stand by while we fucking jerk around here on the fucking podcast.
I just want to see this dude.
I'm telling you, he went from like the dad bod. Just trust me on this one. I'll send you pictures later, which will be weird. I'm gonna have to like screenshot his Instagram. Hey, bro,
you don't get notifications
pictures of you without your shirt on.
You don't get no notifications. It's not like Snapchat. You get notifications if somebody screenshot.
Oh, you don't? I thought on all social media apps you would just get a notification that someone screenshotted your shit.
Really? I'm about to go screenshot somebody.
Here, let's.
I just want to see.
Let's practice here. I'm going to go to your Instagram right now, and I'm going to screenshot a picture.
Because I don't think you can do that. Only on Snapchat.
Tell me if you get a notification. I'm screenshotting right now. I just did.
That'd be weird.
Did you get a notification? This is for all the creeps out there that are like, oh my God, yes. There's no notification.
No, I didn't get a notification. That's what I said. See?
Give it a minute. It might happen. I thought you did. Well, you know what? I just assumed like all apps were like that. Facebook too. I could be wrong. I'll gladly accept that I'm wrong on this one. Fucking, there's my grandpa walking around outside. Fucking Chuck, let me tell you something. My little sister, she was in the pool swimming around yesterday. Yeah. She was in there with my stepmom. She's 8 years old, swimming around. And it's so funny watching kids because they'll start doing things that remind you of how adults do things, but as kids. So I'll explain what I'm talking about. I'm looking at the pool, a bunch of kids, bunch of people in the pool, right? There's a boy across the ways, the other end of the pool. And I see he's looking over at my sister. And I'm like, oh, he might try to pull out some good swimming moves to impress her or something. And I notice he's doing like the backstroke that he just learned, and he's making his way over to my sister. And I'm like, all right. What's he gonna say? He's got to say something good. He gets to my sister, and it looks like he's about to say something. My sister just looks at him real quick, and then just swims the fuck away. I'm like, damn! Didn't even give the homie a chance.
Didn't even let him get it off. Just let him launch the rocket. Just say hey at least.
I know. He didn't even get the chance, and then he kind of looked defeated, and he's like, he kind of made it look like he wasn't going to talk to her. He like swam to the other side of the pool. So, and it reminded me of another time when it was in the winter. I wonder if my sister's going to grow up to be one of these ladies. So, like a year ago, I took her sledding. It had snowed out. She was off of school. I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking her sledding. We had some sleds. Go to the spot by the school. A bunch of kids are sledding because there's a hill, and we're sledding next to this boy and his dad. Him and my sister seem to be the same age, and they're going down. They're talking and stuff, And the boy at one point, he's like, my sled, two people can go on it. Do you want to go down the sled with me? And my sister kind of looks at me, and I looked at her, and I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Like, you can do that. And she looks back at the boy, and she's like, nah, no, thank you. I don't feel like it. And the boy's like, I mean, it's just a lot of fun. And she's like, nah, I'm all right. And the boy's like, all right, and he stopped, and he's going down. And then like a few minutes later, we left. She got tired. And as we're walking back to the house, she's like, I like that boy. I was like, why didn't you go down on the sled with him? And she's like, I don't know, but I hope I see him again. And I'm like, God damn, like that fucking poor boy. He probably thought like something was wrong with him. Like,
how old is she?
My sled's not cool. She's 8. She's 8 years old.
Talking about go pick up a book or something.
I don't know if she liked him like that. I think she just generally meant like that was a nice boy. And I'm sitting there because I am a boy, so I'm sitting there thinking like, God, if that happened to me, I'd be like, God, my sled's not fucking cool enough. I can't get the girls to go on my sled. It's like the same thing. You get older, you become a teenager, and you're like, oh man, is my car cool enough? Are girls gonna want to ride with me in my car? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
So I felt my heart went out to that little boy, but she said she'd hope she'd see him again. So I don't know. The girl's thinking like she wants them to chase or something. I don't know what's going on. But
what if that happens to us in our lives? People just hope they wish to see us again,
but they denied.
Yeah,
they dismissed us before.
They
that's it. Got
missed
me
out
thinking
on
about
us.
that. They wanted us to maybe try harder or something. I have no idea.
Somebody out there right now missed out on you, Murms.
I know.
Somebody out there missed out on me because of the same shit.
Someone didn't want to go down on my sled.
Somebody didn't want to go down on my sled.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
No, I meant it like that. Fuck you.
Go down the hill on my sled. You know what I mean?
Go down my sled.
So I was thinking about that because she did that today. But yeah, we're having a good time out here. It's nice. And you got the Peloton. Stephanie couldn't make it today. I don't know what the heck Jimmy's up to, but I don't think he's gonna make it today. But yeah, it's just us doing this little quick podcast for you folks out there. I was thinking, Chuck. Today would also be the episode that we announce to the public, to our listeners, what our next special is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that actually to our listeners out there. Our next special, and you already called it, you know what time of the year it is. It will be the back to school spectacular. Of course, It'll be named a little differently than that, but it will be another back to school special. And we're really excited to do. We like doing that improv. We don't do it as much as we'd like, but this gives us a chance to fucking do it, and we're excited to do it. And we're getting some guests on for it, contacting some people. So it should be a lot of fun. Some of our favorite guests are just gonna come back for it. And hopefully we see an appearance from other, people that have been on it in the past. But I'm very excited for it. But now that that's out of the way, now that we got that announced, I'll do that again at the end in the plugs. But it's fucking gloomy here today, actually. And I've only been to this fucking lake once. Is it gloomy by you?
That, it's about to be, man. The hurricane's hitting.
A hurricane. I know, like it's about that fucking time. Oh man, you want to hear something cool? I should mute myself for a second because I'm going to use the fucking bathroom. I gotta piss. I drank coffee this morning. Fucking. Oh, God, I never drink coffee. Hold on one second, Chuck. Tell the listeners about your time in where were you? Were you in Florida? Where'd you go?
I was in Virginia.
Yeah, tell them about
fucking gray ass skies there. Fucking gray ass. No, just let them hear the natural flow. No, the gray ass sky ass country ass Virginia, and I mean country ass in a good way. That is the best fucking wing stop I ever had in my entire goddamn life. I knew that shit was gonna be good as hell when dude was like, "Your name Charles," and he turned around and he had no teeth in the front and he had all his bottom row. I said, "This chicken is gonna be seasoned so damn well," and by God, that chicken was amazing. Oh my God, ooh, man, I don't know dude's name, but I tell you what, Stacy here in this California ass goddamn wing stop be light seasoning my motherfucking chicken. She need to take a motherfucking note from that man over there. He seasoned the shit out of it.
You know what
He
that
see-
you know what that reminded me of? That Dave Chappelle, I think he did it in Killing Them Softly. I could be wrong though. One of his earlier specials, Dave Chappelle fucking was talking about like he starts it off being like, I didn't know like how like eating fried chicken and like black people was like a racial thing, like a racial stereotype. And he goes on to say he went to the South for the first time while he was touring, and he walked through this restaurant door. He sat down, and the waiter came over, and he's like, "You know what I want?" And the waiter stopped him. He's like, "Let me guess, the chick." Dave Chappelle's like, "Oh my god, how did he know I wanted the chick?" He's like, he got that exactly right. He said, "Sir, how'd you know I wanted the chicken?" He's like, come on, buddy. Everyone knew when you walked through them doors, you was gonna get the chicken. It's like, all right. And then he realized it was a racial thing. I don't know why that made me think about it, but Virginia is technically the South, even though it's more like an East Coast place, I think. But
I know. Are they not? So who's? I thought it was an East Coast thing too. I thought they were going to be like coffee, yo, you quick out here. You know, I thought they were going to be on that, and they were like, "Your name Charles? That little boy, yeah, I'm coming on fly here and get some of this chicken, boy." I said, "God damn!" I've been into that lemon herb remix.
yep.
It made me go. It made my, pop your mouth. I said, "Oh God damn." Oh shit! I kept going back, man. Fuck,
It's
that was some damn good chicken. That's the best wing stop I ever had.
It's yeah, I haven't been to Wingstop in a while, but yeah,
Go,
no,
get the lotto flavor.
Go.
Get the lemon herb remix. That's my new favorite.
It's yeah, but it's weird because it's yeah, I mean, if you look at a map of the United States or just a global map of the United States,
Yeah,
it definitely looks more like it's just sitting on like an East Coast kind of state. But really, it's like the border of the East Coast and the South, because you get to Virginia, and a lot of people, they got the Southern accent. They do the Southern things like that, barbecue and all that. But then you're right. It's like you just go a couple hundred miles north, and then immediately you'll start hearing the people like, yeah, let's get some coffee and some bagels and shit like that.
yeah.
So it is strange how it's right on the border. But hey, it was a southern state. It was what is it called? They had the big tobacco fields out there. I wonder if they still have that. It's a very, very southern state.
Yo, check it.
What?
I had to look it up. I said I had to look up the regions of the United States, because Virginia is like it's in your mind. If you imagine it, it's north to you. But no, the South cuts off at Delaware.
Yep. That's the Virginia state line.
Wow.
Check this out. Yeah, it was a southern state. Virginia, right? They fought for the Confederacy. That's how you know if it's a southern state. Just figure out who fought for the Confederacy or not.
Wow. Yeah, that fucked me up just now. West Virginia, I mean, that's a country ass place too.
That is too, yeah, and that's like right, yes, that's like right next to it. And that place, ooh, I don't know. Have you ever been there? You ever been to West Virginia?
No.
Yeah, that's very country. And again, that's kind of like still more in like the eastern middle of the United States. That was I drove through West Virginia with my dad when we were driving back from California, when we did our cross country road trip back to New Jersey. Yeah. We had stopped in West Virginia, and it was very like you almost thought you were like in the deep South from where we were. We were like, holy shit, this place is fucking fucking backward. Like fucking I was surprised I didn't see people out there playing banjos and fucking crocodiles running around, or alligators, I should say. Fucking, it was southern. But I feel like a lot of southern places are like that now, where like you could say the city areas are more what do you call it? More, they sound almost more like they're not a southern place. Because you go to fucking like, if you're in Virginia and you go to fucking like Virginia Beach, it almost feels like just like a beach almost got like a almost Western California vibe to it.
It felt like Florida.
Yeah, or Florida, like Miami or something. And but
I
then
ain't
you
going
go
that
out.
far. That ain't
Not
that
that far.
damn nice.
Not that.
It's Jack. Let's call it Jacksonville.
Yeah,
All right,
Jacksonville.
this ghetto ass.
Let's call it
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
let's call it Jacksonville. All right, let's not go that far because the shit ain't that nice like Miami is. We'll call it Jacksonville.
Fucking yeah. So it's like that. But then you just go outside of the city, and then it's like, howdy, partner. How are you doing? It's like what? Like you
What
talk
the
to me
fuck?
like that. Speaking of
I
howdy,
wonder.
partner. Oh, what? No, you go first,
I
sir.
wonder how they sound in Vermont, since it's a state that you forget about.
Yeah, but Vermont's more northern, and I've been there. My uncle lived there for a bit, and I visited him like 2 years ago. You know what? You know what my vibe of it was, and I heard this too, so I'm gonna agree with it. It's almost like Vermont's almost like an old person hippie place. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? Like there's
So,
like
like everybody that survived Woodstock and still alive,
yes,
moved there.
yes. That's where they retire. Is Vermont. Yeah, it's very old, like hippie-ish, a lot of pot smoking, but at the same time, it's not. There's like a lot of beautiful land out there, like where my uncle lived. Like it was just like this beautiful, almost like old town, but it wasn't like that natural or that classic old town feel in America, where people are usually a little more conservative. Everyone knows each other by name, and they're like, "That's Howard. He runs the plumbing business." It wasn't.
Yeah,
It was kind of like that, but more like hippie-ish than old townish. You know what I mean? It's a little hard to
yeah,
describe, but
interesting.
that's
It's definitely something I'm trying to imagine,
yeah, that
and
would
it's
be
a melting
Vermont.
pot of a bunch of ideas.
Yes, that's Vermont, and yeah, yeah, that's the feel I got from Vermont. Um, you know, let me ask you this. Let me see if you can get there. Let me bring it up. Wait. God damn it. I fucked that up. I got to bring this up. Do you know what the top, can you name, and you don't have to do it in any particular order, but can you guess at least the top 10 least populated states without
Least
looking it up on your phone? Yeah.
least populated states.
Yes.
Um, yeah, dude, Vermont.
Vermont is one of them. Yep.
Yeah, because you forget it's a state. You know what else you forget is a state? Fucking Wyoming.
Wyoming, yes. Wyoming's
You
the number
forget.
one, by the way. That's only like 500,000 people live there.
Yeah, you forget. Goddamn, you forget North Dakota's a state.
Yep, North Dakota's on there.
You forget Idaho's a state.
Idaho is not on there.
Okay, the other one, Utah.
Utah's not on there. There's a lot of people in Utah.
Really? Oh, because of Salt Lake City, huh?
Yeah, a lot of
And then
Mormons out there.
Boise. Yeah, they ran away from Illinois,
Uh-huh.
and then they ran away from New York. Then ran away from Illinois. Yeah. Anyway, that's
So
a
you got
story.
three so far.
I did research. I did.
You got Wyoming, Vermont, and North Dakota.
Fucking. Well, you got Delaware and Rhode Island.
Delaware and Rhode Island are on there. Correct. Good job.
Yeah.
So you got 5. Can you name another 5?
Another 5?
Yeah.
We got 50 of these motherfuckers, man.
We got 50 of these motherfuckers.
Alaska.
Yes,
also.
There you go, Alaska. I'm glad you named that one, because if I had to name it for you, you'd been like, God damn it.
Because people don't want to fucking move there. It's cold as shit.
Cold as shit. It's kind of out. It's like away from everything. It's closer to Canada than any of our other states.
Yeah. What else? There's another fucking small goddamn Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is not on there. You got to remember, Boston's in Massachusetts, Salem. A lot of famous spots there.
Shit. Oh shit.
But you're close.
Yeah.
Think close to
yeah, those tiny fucking states, man.
Think of another state.
I said Rhode Island.
You said Rhode Island. You said Delaware. So think of another state with the name New in front of it.
New Jersey?
No, not New Jersey.
Hampshire.
New Hampshire, yes. New Hampshire's on there.
You forget about New Hampshire. Oh my God.
Yeah, New Hampshire. So you said
no.
So you said Wyoming, Vermont, Alaska, North Dakota, Delaware, Rhode Island, New Hampshire. So you got 1, 2. You got 3 left. I'll give you another hint. You already said North Dakota.
Damn, South Dakota too?
South Dakota too. Yep. There's a little more in
Damn.
South Dakota. There's an extra 100,000 people, but it's still one of the least populated. All right,
Oh,
and
you know
now
what else? I can't say New Mexico, but I don't know shit about New Mexico other than it's got a lot of fucking Mexicans.
New Mexico is not on there. It is not. The last two states that you're missing both start with M's, as in mom.
Like Montana?
Montana's on there. Yep. There you go. One more.
Damn.
I'll give you a hint on this one. It's where Stephen King is from.
I don't even know where the fuck you from, but I mean, I can name I know all 50 states. I can name them.
It starts with an M.
An M?
An M. Another M, like mom.
Oh, wait. I said Massachusetts already.
Yep. That's not on there.
I said Massachusetts, Montana.
Yeah. Montana was on there. You already guessed it, though.
And then fucking
You got this.
with another M?
Yeah.
I gotta go through my fucking list. It's a state that we forget about.
I'll give you another hint. It's all the way. It's like our northernmost state, except for Alaska.
Oh shit! Fucking Maine.
Maine, yes, Maine.
Yeah, fucking Maine. Yeah,
Maine.
I was gonna
So
say
yes,
it can't be Michigan because
no,
it's
not Michigan.
Us black folks fled to Michigan. It's, we fucking multiply by 5. God damn it! Especially in the 80s and the 90s, motherfuckers were getting pregnant. They were getting pregnant, boy.
Yeah, so it's not
fucking daddies couldn't stop nutting in motherfuckers in the 90s.
Man.
In the motherfucking 80s shit.
So this is what
it's like they only sold condoms and birth control to white people.
This is what the top 10 list actually is. And you good job, you got them all. But number 10, New Hampshire with 1,377,000 people. Number 9 is Maine with 1,362,000 people. Number 8 is Rhode Island with 1,097,000 people. Montana is number 7 with 1,084,000 people. And then you get to Delaware, and now it's no longer 1 million. Delaware has a population of 989,000 people. Then number 5 is South Dakota with 886,000 people. Number 4 is North Dakota with 779,000 people. Number 3 is Alaska with 733,000 people. Number 2 is Vermont with 643,000 people. And number 1 is Wyoming with 576,000 people.
No wonder why the goddamn land is so cheap.
Yeah, Wyoming. And Wyoming's supposed to be beautiful. But yeah, that's one of those.
Ain't no water.
There's just no one out there.
Ain't no water.
It also says
people live where there's water.
It also says on this list, even though this is not a state, but Washington, D.C. only has a population of 689,000 people, but it is not a state. So you cannot count it. It is the District of Columbia.
It's not anything.
Well, it's our nation's capital.
Yeah, but it don't belong nowhere.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the way I'd say it. It's just not a state.
Who claims it? Maryland? Who claims it?
The federal government claims it.
Fuck that. What state? See, that's why I said it's nothing. It's Washington D.C. is like, what the fuck is this? You know?
It's
the nation's capital.
They did that on purpose because they didn't want any state to have more power than any of the other states. So that was the consensus, because they were arguing when the country, after the Revolutionary War, there was that period of a couple of years when, Hamilton was writing the Federalist Papers. They were all trying to figure out like our laws and stuff. And a lot of the northern, I think they were Democrats. They wanted New York to be the capital of the United States. But then, the rest of them argued like, well, then New York's going to have too much power over the rest of the country, because not only is there the state government, but there's the federal government. But then New York is also a state, so it would have the state and federal government, 2 powers. Within one state, it would have been too much of a, you could say, almost a dictatorship. So they made this own little spot called the District of Columbia, named after Washington himself, and they were like, that's the capital. That was before the White House was even made. John Adams was the first president to, I believe, live in the White House, because I think it was either being built while he was president, or it was finished. So either he was the first president to like live there, but he definitely saw it. But then Thomas Jefferson definitely lived there as well. So yeah,
Which is so I'm looking at the border. I'm like, yo, where the fuck does it lay? Right? And it just split. Looks like 50-50 between Maryland and Virginia. The
yeah,
district itself. Yeah.
yeah. It's just like right there. It's like those little spots. I mean, this is a little different, but it's like when you go to Rome, and obviously Rome's a city in Italy, but you go to Rome and then Vatican City is there where like the Pope lives. And then people
Yeah.
forget that that's not a part of Italy, even though it's in Italy. Vatican City is its own country.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is its own country. And it's technically in Italy, but it does not belong to the Italian government. It's its own papal Catholic thing. And it's the smallest country in the world, Vatican City, because it's only the size of the city.
They are, I can believe that. I mean, I get it. It was a lot of people back then, that started up the nation, but they were so fucking smart.
Oh, are you talking about us or Vatican City?
No, us. They were so fucking smart. They were so fucking, the idea of America way back then is still the destination today. 2023. The idea, the concept of America is still like what we're trying to achieve. We're still trying to fight for all these extra, not even trying to fight, but just, expand the Constitution. So it's so perfect that, it doesn't need to be, I don't think it needs to be altered really, but all of these extra amendments and bills and stuff they were just geniuses back then.
They were. It's yeah, no, it's always I love
Sorry, black people with the slave thing, but that ain't it.
Yes, we a great morning apologize.
Yeah, white people weren't the first people to have slaves. Black people invented slaves. We're the geniuses.
Was it? It might have.
Yeah,
it might have been. Yeah, I mean, they definitely did it in Africa, but I mean, there might have been. I think as long as you could probably go back even before there was recorded history. Once human beings figured out the killing power of rock and bone, I'm pretty sure there were probably slaves, because you could just go up to any guy in your village and just be like, "You work for me now for free." You're like, "What? I don't want to do that." Well, I'm gonna hit you in the head with this rock then. Oh, okay, shit. Well, all right.
Well,
fine.
I mean, because there were slaves before, and we were all. I'm gonna get just slightly religious, just a little. Okay. So there's so before we were all black, right? Okay. Everybody was black at a time, and then and there were slaves, and then all the colors dispersed because of the 12 tribes that that went away from this dude named, I think it's Sham or Abraham or whatever. I forgot. Sham. Yeah, I remember. Sham. I remember Sham. I remember that Sham, and there was a bunch of other names, and it was like 12 of them. And I want to say that God like cursed his sons and made them a different color, and then they all went off and started their regions and their own languages and stuff like that. Black people invented slaves, man.
Yeah, they definitely they sold there was that one, almost, it was more like an empire, but a tribe, I guess you could say, that sold other Africans to the Portuguese, I believe. I could have that wrong, so I apologize if that's wrong. But yes, the main like European slave trade started in Africa. But we're not gonna get into all that. We're talking about American history here. But yeah, it's going back to American history. It is pretty crazy to know our country is just hardly 300 years old, and we started from a bunch of angry colonists and philosophers who just didn't feel like paying taxes to Great Britain, into arguably a fucking empire now. I mean, we're a fucking empire.
Yeah. Strongest country in the world.
It's really crazy. Even when we just have influence over some countries, it's like we're their sovereign empire, like over them. Like look at Japan. Like Japan's not allowed. They're allowed to have like a force. I forget what it's called, like a certain military force, but they can't have a full military anymore after World War II. That's one of their punishments. They can't have over a certain amount of soldiers. So like, who's their military? Us. That's why it's so easy to get stationed there. Like, you're in the Navy still. I've been in the Navy. The Marines go there to Okinawa all the time, and the main island of Japan.
Yeah.
It's because we're their military. If shit goes down in Japan, we're the ones there to fucking help them out. Fucking
And we gonna tap that ass.
because yeah, so we're the ones who we make the, what do you call it, the military might happen there. So yeah, it's pretty crazy to see how our country evolves so fucking quick and fast. For a while, like, it was just guys, they just wanted to expand and expand and expand. Like,
Yeah.
fucking Thomas Jefferson, he did the Louisiana Purchase, which, by the way, wasn't just Louisiana that we got. We got Louisiana and then all these other fucking countries going west. And like, fucking, what's cool is the idea of an explorer. Because I don't think that's like a job that really doesn't exist anymore. Unless maybe you could say if you're exploring the ocean, because obviously there's parts of the ocean we haven't seen yet. But that's, what are you gonna find down there? I doubt you're gonna find fucking Atlantis. You're gonna fucking find fucking fish and some weird looking algae and shit.
So you think all of the land? Well, we got all the satellites and shit. So I'm gonna say, yeah, all of the land is discovered in the world.
All the land is discovered. I think they say there's parts of the like Amazon rainforest that no one's ever actually set foot in. But again, I think it's just more rainforest. I don't think it's like, you're not going to find another country in there of, like, civilized people that haven't. You're not going to find fucking Wakanda, is what I'm saying. Like, that's not fucking happening. So, but it's interesting. That was a fucking job just a couple 100 years ago. You could just be like if your parents went up to you like, little Chuck, little Charles, like, my son, what would you want to be when you grow up? And you could have been like, I want to be an explorer. And they would have been like, oh, good. Oh, this boy, he's so smart. He wants to be an explorer. What an honorable job. And then you could have just done that. You turned fucking 18. You're like, all right, see that way? See,
no,
west. I'm gonna
you turned
west.
11. And you turned 11 and you're in charge of the whole crew. You're fucking 12. Because they were dead by 25.
Yeah. Mom, Dad, I'm 12 and I'm gonna walk west until I find some people. And it's like, all right, good luck.
Good luck. Me and his crew.
Yeah. Like, look at Lewis and Clark. Like, they're like, all right, Lewis and Clark, go west and find shit for us. And they were like, all right, cool. And they just they went there, and then they found Pocahontas, and they both fucked her, and they were like, yeah, this place is pretty cool. And then they came back. Like, that was their job.
I would have came back too. Shit. That's some good stuff right there.
Fucking, or not, it wasn't Pocahontas, sorry. It wasn't Pocahontas. Who was it? It was the other Native American woman. Was it Sacagawea? Yeah. Is that her name? Sacagawea?
I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know. Fucking. So the only exploration in the future I think that can be done is space. Is space itself, outer space. The as Star Trek likes to call it, the final frontier. That is that is probably the final. Yeah, that's probably the final frontier. Just discovering space, because then there's endless amounts. But again, that's we're stuck in a weird period of time, Chuck, where, like, the best thing we can really do is just be podcasters. But we're after the time of exploring Earth, and we're way before the time of exploring outer space. We're just, like, stuck in this limbo period of it's like, hey, have you heard of Zimbabwe? It's like, yeah, I heard of fucking Zimbabwe. It's like, you don't have to.
Hey, let's go explore Wyoming, goddammit.
Yeah, let's go check out Wyoming. It's like, all right, let's go to fucking Wyoming, and take a fucking flight to Wyoming, and you're just fucking there. So I wish we were in the period now of space travel. Would you travel? Would you, if, say, you got, let me ask you that. Yeah, if you were given the opportunity to be a part of a spacecraft, it could be military or not, whatever you want. Like Star Trek almost, where you're an explorer. You're out there on a big spacecraft with, like, hundreds of other people, and you're just going to go and see what is living and see what's on other unexplored worlds. Would you take that opportunity?
Yeah, man. If it's guaranteed to be safe, I don't want to fucking get launched out and it blows up on my ass. But
let me,
I
yeah,
think
let me.
but it needs to be like some Noah Ark type shit. Like I can't go out there without my necessities. I need some pussy, some
Oh yeah, no,
alcohol.
no, you be so. Again, I'm assuming you haven't seen any of the Star Trek shows, but like, let's look at Star Trek: The Next Generation. Like on the spacecraft, the USS Enterprise, there's like 1,000 people on it, and they are allowed to bring their families, like their wives and kids. They go to school on the ship. It's such a big spacecraft that they got schools and they got jobs for the wives or the spouses, I should say, because
Oh
women
yeah.
can do it too. So
Then I would
it's
do it.
yeah. So let me put it that way. So you're guaranteed, like, the spacecraft itself is safe. It's not just going to randomly explode or something. Spacecraft is safe. However, you might go onto an unexplored world, and the people or the aliens there, they might be a little hostile. Even who knows?
That set me up.
The prime directive, as they like to call it in Star Trek, which is you don't interfere with not advanced civilizations yet, because you could fuck some shit up for them. But yeah, that's I think I would do it too. And the yeah, that's got to be it, because there's nothing left really on Earth except for the ocean to discover. You can't really you can't like I said, except for the ocean. And I mean, yeah, you're gonna find maybe new species of fish or something, or algae or something. But I don't think it's what people are gonna expect. I don't think people are like, oh, we're gonna find all these giant sea monsters, or like Atlantis or something. I don't think
You
it's
know
gonna
what?
amount to anything like that.
You never know.
That's true. You don't ever know. But I mean, if I was a betting man, which I'm not really, I would bet that you wouldn't find anything extreme of that nature. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not, you can't, it's not the equivalent of when we decided, on the Louisiana Purchase and Manifest Destiny, where we were traveling west and we were trying to see what's out west, and you run into a whole new tribe of Native Americans that no one's ever heard of, and new people out there, new land. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. Speaking of betting, though, real quick before we get out of here, I guess where have you ever been to a racetrack, my friend?
Yeah, for dogs.
Oh, for dogs. So not a horse track.
Nah, they used to raise greyhounds back in Jacksonville,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what I was doing. I just would, I don't know what 3-4-2-7. I don't know what any of that is. I lost though.
So let me tell you a quick story. On our way up to Lake George, I was with my grandparents. I was driving around with them, and they wanted to stop at Saratoga Racetrack. It was the Saratoga Racetrack. And they're like, every time we go north, we stop here and we bet on the ponies. They like betting on the ponies. And it's funny, they've been doing this for like 35 years, and they're like, every time we happen to stop here, we fucking lose. We never win on any fucking bet for these horses. I'm like, oh, that sucks. So we get there. I bet $10. This is what I did. I'm like, fuck it. I don't bet. I'm not a gambling man, but fuck it, we're here, so I'll have a little bit of fun. I put down just $10 on, what do you call it? The horse with the worst odds, the most likely to lose horse
Yeah.
in race 2. Put down $10. That horse fucking won the race, and I won $100.
No shit.
Yep. First time betting on horses, and I won $100. And I turned to my grandparents, and they're like, so you come here for the first time in your life. You bet on the horse most likely to lose. You win. And we've been coming here 35 years and we haven't won a goddamn bet. I was like, yep.
Nothing.
Nothing. They don't win shit when they go to the racetrack. And my grandpa was so funny on our way out of there. He's like, I'm never going back to that fucking horse track ever again. He's like, fuck that place.
I wonder if there's an art, because you see it on like TV, and people just going,
Oh yeah,
screaming, writing on papers and stuff. And when I went to the Greyhound racetrack, I had no idea what I was even looking at, man. I felt so out of place, stupid.
mm-hmm.
But it was something that I was doing when I was waiting for a poker tournament to start. I would just sit there and watch these dogs run.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a nice place. It's funny. There's like people like dressed up normally, but there's still people that go to the racetrack and they dress up all nice like they used to. Like,
yeah,
maybe not in the same outfits, but like they dress up all nice because it's like a whole day thing for them. And like famous rich people go to those racetracks. So I was betting. I was with my cousin too, and we were betting on that second race that I ended up winning for. And after I bet on it, the lady behind the counter, she was like, "Hey, did you hear Bill Parcells here? Do you know who Bill Parcells is?
No,
He was the head coach for the New York Giants."
that's why I don't care.
So anyway, I'm not a Giants fan either, but he said that, or she said that, I should say, and I was like, "Where?" And she's like, "Hey, it's just upstairs in the box seats. Like you could probably find him." And I was like, I looked at my cousin, like, "We're fucking finding this guy." So we go up there, and there's like all those like really fancy rich people, and we see like this crowd around this old man. And I'm like, "That's Bill Parcells." My cousin's like, "All right, we probably can't get over there because there looked like there was some security and stuff. So like, make it look like you're taking a picture of me, with the view behind me, but get Bill Parcells in the picture." I'm like, "All right." Take a picture of him. And then he does the same for me. And we go downstairs and we look at my grandpa and we're like, "We found Bill Parcells." He's like, "Wow, you found him. You get a picture with him?" And we're like, "Well, kind of, we didn't say anything to him, but we took these pictures." We show my grandpa the pictures and he's like, "That's not fucking Bill Parcells. That's just some old man."
Oh my
So
God.
we took some pictures with this fucking old man we just thought was Bill Parcells because we were too afraid to ask just some random guy like, "Hey, did you happen to coach the New York Giants at some point?" So like, yeah, so we didn't end up finding him, but he was there. He was there at the racetrack somewhere with us. So
Did you Google him to see what he looked like?
yes, and I did. And because I knew who he was beforehand, but he was younger, obviously. So I'm like, I want to see like a recent picture of him. So I looked up a recent picture, and that old man from a distance where we took the pictures did kind of look like him. So we are kind of, because I looked at the picture, I'm like, that might be him, and I showed my cousin, and he's like, "I think that's him. That looks like him." I'm like, all right, so we took the picture, but yeah, no, it was just some old man. Because
God.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. So we have these pictures of us standing kind of close to some old guy that's not famous at all. So yeah, we have those.
there
But
aren't many famous coaches. I mean, in the NFL, like, the history of coaches. I only can name a few
oh, hold on,
that are
come
like
in.
famous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that I would.
There, I'm gonna step outside, Chuck. Step out here. Fucking cleaning the room. But you know what? That's fine because well, you know what? You're right because you can only name like a handful, like
Yeah.
Lombardi, Belichick, Bill Parcell. I put him up there.
You would?
Yeah,
What did he do?
maybe not crazy, not as famous as them. And then who's the coach of the? Why can't I think of it? Who's the coach of the Cowboys when they were like when they had their dynasty in the '90s?
I don't think anyone cares.
I'm sure
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea who the coach of the Cowboys was. I mean, and you know about the Harbaugh brothers because they actually went against each other in the Super Bowl, and that
Yep.
was like history. So that was cool. And then, of course, I'm a Bears fan, so I have my select of Bears coaches. But then you got the ones that we're gonna remember is Tony Dungy, John Gruden or Jeff Gruden. What Gruden?
Yeah.
Yeah, Madden. The ones you're gonna remember.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Can
who else
I can't
can you remember?
No, I think you're right. I can't really remember. I can't really. Yeah, I guess you're right. Fucking
dude.
Bill Parcells. Yeah. Fucking. Well,
You
I
kind of
guess.
got to be a fucking impact ass coach to be remembered.
Yeah, you got to have that dynasty. That's what I'm saying. Like Bill Belichick, you can always remember him. But
yeah, he has a song.
he has a song.
Yeah, Migos raps about him.
Oh, I didn't even know. I gotta listen to that because I am a Patriots fan. But hey, Chuck, unfortunately, I know we had a little fun here. This is just quick episode with just the two of us. But unfortunately, we are at that sad time of the podcast where we gotta. Whoa, they're shooting bombs off here at Lake George. But we gotta wrap things up. So, Chuck, can you give the listeners any of your last minute plugs, please?
Yeah, go ahead and follow that hashtag. Great morning hashtag Topaz Ken. Follow me on Peloton if you have one. If you don't, darn it. Get one. It's cool. You can rent one nowadays. We're at that part of our lives. And of course, continue to share this podcast. Tell your friends And pray for me, y'all, that I don't remain fat.
Yes, I'm giving you all the good luck that I can contain to help you with that.
I'm trying to be somebody's fine ass daddy. You know what I'm talking
Of course, we gotta get that what was the LeBron James one again?
The tonal.
The tonal. So you get the Peloton, I'll get the tonal, and we'll see who gets ripped first.
See, I since I got kids, I got to be somebody's fine ass daddy. But you, Murm, you just can be zaddy because you ain't got kids.
Yeah, that's true. One day. But yeah, that's that was of course Chuck's last minute plugs. Mine are, of course, you can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on Instagram. You can follow You Love Steph. You can follow Slightly Special 2 L's at the end. You can follow Trip God Jimmy. That's TRYPGODJIMI. You can follow Topazkin on Instagram. You can shop for your merchandise at shopgreatmorning.com. Again, that is shopgreatmorning.com. And our next special will be the Back to School Spectacular. Again, that'll have a different title name, but it'll be that. And we'll have more information about that coming soon. We know this was a quick, just easy episode with me and Chuck. A lot of us are on the end of, it's the end of summer, so we're doing our vacation stuff. But next week we'll be back with our regular, guests and stuff, regular schedule, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, again, that special, we'll get a date out for you guys soon for that special. But that was our episode, Chuck. And great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.